when you publish and you've got a missing style. All right. So we'll go ahead and publish to test our work here. And I'll show you that error message that you receive in your publishing log when you're missing a style. And then we'll go back and add bold italic to the Word template. All right. So your publishing log, during the inserting topics and graphics section of the publishing process, is going to give you a warning here telling you which style object is not defined in the Word template. Alright, so if you see this warning, then you know that you have missed a style in your Word template, or you created the style but you misspelled it or misspaced it. Alright, now let's go ahead and go to View Output. I will show you a shortcut. Alright, let's go down to the section that is using bold italic. Alright. So we see it here. This is our module introduction. Alright, let's go ahead and open up our styles pane here. And I'll show you, here's what our module introduction style looks like. Alright, now we need to go back and set up our new bold italic style. And technically we can do it from this window. So we can select New Style, bold italic. Oops, let's go back here. Is it already added it for me? Yep, okay. So sometimes during the publishing process, not every time, but sometimes when you publish, Author will send that information to your Word template. The name of the style is in the document, but the style is not in the Word template itself. Alright, so let's take a look here. Go up to Modify. Alright, so what we need to do here is just select New Documents based on this template. Alright, and that's going to now add that bold italic style to the template. Usually you can see it listed inside of the text itself, so I thought it didn't add that information to the template. Now let's go to Formatting, Font. Alright, and go ahead and uncheck these options here. We don't want any of these options set. And we want bold italic. Alright, now if you're working with character styles, generally you'll want to leave the font and the size blank because you want to inherit it from the paragraph style. So that's why I'm leaving these blank here. If you've got a circumstance where the character style has its own font type, then you would go ahead and select that in this window. Alright, so now we've got bold italic set up here. We've got our all-important radio button selected, and now we can click OK. Alright, now if I save, I'm going to get a message asking, do you also want to save changes to the template? This is a good message to get because this means that yes, you remember to enable that radio button and you have modified the template. Alright, so let's go ahead and click yes here. And here is our Acme teleportation text displaying now in bold italic. So if we were to republish, two things are going to happen. You're not going to get that warning, and your new style is going to be added to the Word template. Alright, so there's really two ways to add styles to your Word template. You can open that Word template up directly from here, or you can open it from a document published from AuthorIt, and then make changes to your styles and make sure that you add them to the template. Alright, sometimes it's easier to modify your Word template if you're doing so from a published output because you have content to work with, you've got some context around that formatting, and it'll help you make design decisions in the long run. And in fact, when we set up our headers and footers for our Word template, I'll actually do it from a published copy of the Word document instead of directly inside of the Word template. All right, and the reason for that is because of the spacing is going to be set up by your media object, so your margins have already been set, your paper size has already been set by your media objects and your published output. So it's just easier for you to design the sizing and spacing of your headers and footers from a published document. Now let's go ahead and check our work. We just want to make sure that we've set up our styles correctly. So here's our new module introduction style, and here is that Acme teleportation text in bold italic. Alright, so we've added two styles now to our Word template. One way by opening up the Word template directly, the next way by associating that new style with our Word template. So either process is going to get you the same results.